वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क, धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this webinar of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you to the new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. In 2024, we continue to introduce you to new brands and new business opportunities. Today, we are going to introduce you to a new apparel brand. But before I introduce you about the brand, let me just run you through the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type your questions in the Q&A box. We'll take up all your questions post brand presentations. While we run you through the presentations and brand details, request you to keep sharing your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. Our today's brand is Dillinger. India fashion retail market was valued at $100 billion in 2023 and expected to grow strong over the next 5 years. Dillinger is looking to reach out to larger audiences by opening stores through franchising at locations with high footfalls. We have the founder and CEO, Mr. Shyamnath Jayachandran from Dillinger. Along with me, we have Mr. Samarth, we have Mr. Rahul and Ms. Sapna. Now I invite Mr. Shyamnath to share his insights about the brand.
Okay, so I am Shyamnath Jayachandran, the founder and the CEO of Dillinger and its House of Brands. So I will just walk you through the presentation right away. Sharing my screen now. Okay, so we are Dillinger. The company was founded back in 2013. So we got to come into the e-commerce space well before when the e-commerce revolution started in India. So we are a brand that's close to 11-12 years of existence. We are a 100% e-commerce brand as until now. So Dillinger and its brands Dillinger and its House of Brands were founded almost 12 years back. It was launched in Myntra as an exclusive brand. And then what happened was Dillinger and its brands slowly transformed itself into other marketplaces as well. So this is the brand story. So we started in 2011. So we are from Tirupur. So Tirupur is the knitwear hub of the entire world, as you can see. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to use the geography, the fashion that we had, the knowledge that we had, that we gained through our previous experiences, and wanted to do a knitwear brand. So initially, when we wanted to do a brand, we wanted to go with the brick and mortar type. But then when e-commerce started coming into India, we made use of the leverage of e-commerce initially. And then we came into the D2C space. So our product is mainly knitwear, as I told you. It's because of the geography, which is Tirupur. We use the geography And that is how we were able to produce garments because of the sourcing facilities and the expertise of this particular geography. So we played a pioneering role in the revolution now. I mean, this is because in this 10, 12 years time, we have grown to an extent that uh, no other fashion brand has grown, because this is 100% bootstrap brand. We just started with a small loan from an SBI bank. So and it has been continued up until now without any external investments or anything of the sort. So now what we are looking is that after 10, 12 years of gaining a customer base, we finally want to get into the offline market. So this we wanted to do it slow, because we first want to gain the customers throughout, and then go for the offline store, which I thought will be more sensible. It's because you have a customer base and you have a branding that's already been done through online, and now we want to use this leverage offline as well. So this is the brand story. As you know, fast fashion is what sells right now. After the D2C enabling, after e-commerce came, after technology came, fast fashion has now become fastest fashion. So anything that you see on your screen, you want it the very next day. And then companies like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, they also enabled this particular expectation of the consumer by delivering the product to your hands in a day or two. So what happened? Fast fashion became fastest fashion. Fast fashion brands, the global aspiring brands like Zara, H&M, everyone, they also wanted to become, although they were fast fashion even before the internet revolution, they now had to speed up their fast fashion entire ecosystem, and then they also had to cope up with this emerging technology. So now, as fast fashion became fastest fashion through e-commerce, what was the next thing was to manage the supply chain. So a brand, what happens is that they work for a season. They work for a season well before a season. For example, right now we are in the spring summer 24. So this spring summer 24 collection is usually worked during autumn winter 23. I mean 6 months back. So 6 months back there is a big R&D that's being done, sampling that's being done, and then what happens is that this 6 months of sampling and production is being converted into product, and then it comes to the shelves for spring summer during Jan Feb. So this is the way that traditional brands usually work. Even the fast fashion brands work this way. They prepare one season before, and then they try to bring the products exactly at the aim time. So what right now will be happening across a lot of fashion brands is that the fast fashion brands is that people are preparing for the autumn winter 24. So now after the D2C enablement, after e-commerce revolution, what is happening is that trends are popping up everywhere. Trends are popping all of a sudden. A product that gets a new kind of fit or new kind of products gets sprouted out immediately. I mean, anywhere in the world. So what happens is that now you have to cope up with the e-commerce revolution as well. So any trend that picks up this month should be delivered by the end of this month or by the end of the next month. So now brands are in a position to fasten their supply chain, to find people who can do this for them. But the fact is that when you have a brand and when you are working this way, when you have a traditional model of working 6 months prior, that's going to be a great challenge. That is where we crack this model. It is because we are not just brand owners, we are manufacturers as well. So what we did, we spot a trend. What we try to do, we try to capitalize the trend within a week's time, and then we try to upload the product in a couple of weeks' time. And in 1 month's time, the trend is converted into product, and the product is being sold even before the trend is being capitalized by anyone else. This is what fast fashion is. This is what fashion forward is as well. So this is how we started our journey. So if you can see, 3 years, 4 years back, the trend of oversized t-shirts came into India. I mean, before it came into India, it was aspired in the West. So what we did was we were the first pioneers to bring this trend into market in 2018-19, wherein there were no oversized t-shirts that were selling. The trend was slowly starting to pick up in India as well. We capitalized this, and then we launched our oversized t-shirt collection, and that was the pioneer of our trendsetters. So we literally became the trendsetter of the oversized t-shirts even before the brands like even before the private labels of other websites could even do it. So we got to know that there's a trend that's happening, and the trend that's happening has to be on the customer's hand, not less than a month's time. So that is how fast fashion was embraced by Helsinki and its brands. So this is not just done for the sake of embracing the trend. It is also done by embracing the quality. So that's why we say we craft it with passion. We just not do yet another brand. We make sure that the basics are right, the fabrics are right, the fits are right. It is because apart from it's just the thumb rules. Apart from the trend, embracing the trend, you also need to give the product at the better price, at a better quality. So this trend is usually embraced by people who use mobiles, who are into social media for a lot of time, and that is why it's just not young, but it's useful. So people of all ages are now trying to come in and cope up with the trend, which is seen through social media and other apps that are available on your palm. And then this is done mainly how? This is usually done because of the internet. It is a trend that is popping out in the West is right away coming into your doorstep here in India. So we are a global citizen right now. So geographies do not limit ourselves. Any fashion that is on the streets of Paris is also required in the streets of Patna as well. So it's not about fashion being worn at one particular place and then traveling slowly from one place to another. Since we are global citizens, the trend that is popping up right now should be in your streets as well. So that is how, along with e-commerce. So that's the fluid lifestyle that's happening. So that's as we see this, the point, the sunrise, sunset, everyday moments. Dillinger tries to embrace. Dillinger tries to get in closely with the lives of the consumer, the way of behavior, the way of dressing they do, and then try to deliver whatever possible. So as I told you, the people who have embraced this culture, embraced this e-commerce culture, embrace the digital culture is mainly between the 32 and 45 years of age, and that we cater a wide range of audience. It's not about just the youth, or it's not about people who are not into not much into the into shopping or anything of the sort. That is, we have 13 to 45 years of age, and this is being categorized by different brands, which I will say you. So this 30, as we come into the brand portfolio, see, Dillinger is the flagship brand. So when we were talking about this age group 13 to 45, where Dillinger comes is that Dillinger is an introvert brand. I would say it's a very clean story brand. It doesn't have any sort of branding or any sort of its own brand carrying on its front. It is because of its general motto, which says that I've also placed a tag on the product which says that be respected for who you are and not for what you wear. So Dillinger is a very clean story brand. It doesn't carry much of any its own name or anything of the sort. This introvert sort of brand story will definitely be embraced by people who are actually between the age of 28 to 45, I would say. So that this is where the brand bifurcates its audience. It takes care of the next set of audience. Of course, there are Gen Zs and millennials wearing who are introverts trying to wear basics, but then the sort of introvertial nature or the sort of the basic clean story nature comes as we age. So even back then, everyone, including me, when, for example, the brand that I started first was Difference of Opinion. So Difference of Opinion, I would say, is extrovert sort of a brand, which means it takes the leverage of its name. Difference of opinion means opinions differ, because opinions differ. That's the tagline of Difference of Opinion. So anything that is expressive is being carried out by Difference of Opinion. Anything that is not expressive, anything that's introverted sort of nature is carried by Dillinger. So now the brands are bifurcating the brands. 18 to 28, 30 would be Difference of Opinion. From 30 to 45 will be Dillinger. Of course, there can be a mix and match. Certain people of age more than 50 would want to wear a Difference of Opinion t-shirt because of the coat. People of, teens who are 18 or 20 would also still want to wear a Dillinger t-shirt because it's a clean story and the nature is an introverted sort of nature. So there can be a sort of mix that can happen here and there, but then the majority of the mix happens. Majority of the DNA is being clearly bifurcated in this way. So that is why Dillinger became a bigger brand than Difference of Opinion, because in general, people are introverted sort of nature. They don't want to, stand out of the crowd. Probably they just want to be one among the crowd with a little bit of quality, with a little bit of differentiation factor in the fit and everything. They want to be known for who they are and not for what they wear. That's the maximum majority of the people, and that is how Dillinger became one of the biggest brands. Around 2/3 of the business comes from this brand, followed by difference of opinion, because there are Gen Z people embracing expression that's happening in social media right now as we talk, and that is how difference of opinion was able to cater the Gen Z's requirement. So difference of opinion used its philosophy, its expression, its evolution on its products. It used to talk a lot about current trends in social media, whatever trends that's happening. For example, there are even memes that are on t-shirts. There are fits that are crazy on the street that are on difference of opinion. So this is how difference of opinion was able to capitalize its own market share without cannibalizing Dillinger. Then comes Henceforth. Henceforth is a brand that is yet to be launched. It's again it's actually an exclusive brand that is to be launched in Myntra. So there has been a lot of R&D that's been going right now. It is actually a statement brand, I would say. It's a brand that has got the characteristics of big the so-called Western brands. For example, it's a denim wear brand. So that is why I have put. We have placed the tagline as denim redefined. So we are trying to redefine denim wear, and that is how that's why we named it Henceforth, because from now on, denim is a denim story is a different story, and the true story of denim story is Henceforth. So the meaning and the tagline, the meaning of Henceforth and the tagline also clearly coincides. So this Henceforth is a denim wear brand. This denim wear brand completely carries denim story in and out of its DNA, from denim shirts to denim bottoms to t-shirts that reflect denim thoughts. So once this brand is live, we will be able to know, which will be done in a month's time. I was actually in Bangalore last week for the photo shoot. So the products have come really well. It's going to be very unique. Products that are being priced 15,000, 20,000, big so-called Western brands, they're going to be priced for 2,000, 3,000 in Henceforth. So there's going to be a great differentiation factor when this brand comes into. So Free Society and Stormborn, these two brands, these are actually upcoming brands. These two are again brands for people who are somewhere near these three DNAs. For example, Stormborn, is sort of an abstract art brand. Abstract art in the sense, why I would want to emphasize this is that this brand actually embraces ambivert sort of nature, I would say, the expression through art, the expression not through philosophy. So when you express things through philosophy, you got to go to difference of opinion. When you do not want to express anything, you sort of go with Dillinger. When you want to express something, but you are literally someone who is not that very confident on a very loud graphic, you go with Stormborn. So you will definitely see Stormborn's products embracing this ambivert sort of nature, and then that is how we have been able to differentiate Stormborn from Dillinger and difference of opinion. So Free Society, as I would say, is another upcoming Gen Z brand. It's got even more crazy stories, even more anti-fits, even more sort of the fits that are even more crazier than difference of opinion. Because I would say difference of opinion, consumer is a rational consumer. Of course, all consumers are rational consumers. But difference of opinion versus Free Society, I would say Free Society is even more wild. Difference of opinion is not that very wild. Stormborn is somewhere between difference of opinion and Dillinger. And Dillinger, as I said, is something that will be liked by every one of us, because every one of us would any day like to wear a clean story. So as you can see, the product range. So these are the range of Dillinger. So when you see difference of opinion, you see a lot of talks that, as I told you, the expression happens there. With Dillinger, it's very clean story, not much of no fuss about branding. So in Stormborn, you can see a lot of abstract art that's there. So these are the differentiation, I would say. Henceforth and Free Society, since it is coming up, I will have to show you these the couple of ranges probably in another 3 months' time, as it's under development. So the franchisee model, this is the model. So as you know, we are already strongly present on the e-commerce range. We have 5 different brands, so 5 varieties of 5 different DNA for the customer to choose. I always thought that there are spaces for a lot of brands in India. So since I worked as a merchandiser at an export company, since I worked under Inditex and its brand, the idea of MBO got ignited back then. I mean, like 13, 14 years back. So when I was working for Inditex, I got to work for brands like Zara, Pull&Bear, Bershka, and Stradivarius. And then initially, I did not know all these brands belong to one group. For a month or so when I was working there, I thought each and every brand was owned by someone else because the DNA was so very differentiated. Zara being its flagship brand, it had its own customer base. It's a huge brand, and then I was able to understand the fact that Zara is a huge brand because of the clean story that it had. So Pull&Bear was a streetwear, I would say. This streetwear was completely in contrast to Zara. So I got to know that different brands have different DNAs, and one single house can in fact give a lot of brands because there are so many different people with so many tastes. So we got to embrace this differentiation factor alongside, and this also helped us to give them more range, and also help us to start the journey as an MBO. So the parent company El Cinco is called El Cinco because Cinco in Spanish means 5. And when I was working, I happened to work for a Spanish brand, and that is how it was named El Cinco, and that is how the 5 brands are there in our portfolio. EBOs, I know exclusive brand outlets are there in the country, they're performing well, but multi-branded outlet is something that would clearly give a great edge over an exclusive brand outlet because of the range that it can give under its an umbrella of brands. So brand value, I would say, yes, we have a great brand value. If you can go and check our reviews in your for example, in a website that we sell the most. So I go and type t-shirts here. So I sort by popularity. So this is one of our brand, the ambivert brand that I was saying. So it's got, you can see it's got abstract art. You know, there's no California, there is no Los Angeles. It's just an abstract art, and it's on the top as well. So when I just filter by men, you can see another stomp on here. So people are buying this t-shirt because they really want to express something, but not too loud. So when I come to women, you can see there's a Dillinger t-shirt here, a Difference Opinion t-shirt here, another couple of Dillinger t-shirts here. So one more Dillinger t-shirt here, another Dillinger t-shirt here. So there are a lot of t-shirts, and this is not just out of few hundred t-shirts or thousands here. This is out of 52,000 t-shirts. So the brand value, as we were talking, if you can go and see this particular product, it has got 12K ratings, which is like, I mean, if the ratings are 12K, imagine how many pieces would have been sold. And look at the rating, it is 4.4. And I see a lot of people writing essays instead of reviews. And then I just love people when they express the love of the product. And this is the brand value that you have built this up until this day. So product development, as we talked already, there's no reason for you to doubt on the product development because we are manufacturers. We do constant R&D. This R&D is being done because the consumer pushes us every time with new trends happening in social media. Go and search for those sort of products that are being worn on social media and the sort of fabrics that will fit the trend. So this is something that's bread and butter for us. I mean, we get up every day trying to do some research and development. We are on the mobile always trying to embrace the trend as soon as possible. So this market overview, we all know that's a huge market potential that's there. It's going to grow. I mean, whatever percentage that you can put, it's not that, see, anybody knows the kind of consumption that the Indian market is projected to have. So this women apparel, as it is being indicated, about 45% of the share. We already are embracing most of women's share in our brands as well. So this unorganized market is also getting organized through B2C and through stores that are happening through formal company-owned outlets, through franchisee outlets. So this is also getting organized slowly. So the traditional store constitutes 55% of the market. So the online is 20%, and we still have another 80% of consumers that are still wanting to shop Dillinger offline. So this is the franchisee model. So the minimum area of 400 square feet that would do. 11 lakhs is the initial investment, which includes the GST fees. I mean, which includes franchisee fees as well. This investment, I would say, is for your setting up of the store, which includes the interiors and other initial expenses that would occur to build a store. So the security deposit 8 lakhs is against the inventory. We would be providing you 8 lakhs worth of inventory. This will come around 1,500 to 2,000 pieces. So this is a one-time security deposit that we get. And then this is for the inventory that we are going to provide. This is against inventory. So payback period is 12 to 14 months without the security deposit. And if you include the security deposit, it's going to be within 18 to 24 months. So this is a 5-year agreement term that we are looking to offer. And the approach is single unit and also multi-unit. Single unit, yes, it's preferred because we are testing the waters. We are coming offline right now. Multi-unit, of course, but multi-units also welcome. But I think single units, when a couple of single units starts popping, there's definitely other multi-unit requirements also from which will definitely be considered. So this franchisee store model, we try to project this model based on our own pilot store that's coming up, the first store that's coming up in Bengaluru. Because Bengaluru has been our primary market online, because people, I mean, there are a lot of people who shop online through in metro cities, and in that list Bengaluru comes first for us, followed by Mumbai and Delhi. So we are actually we have penetrated the market wherever internet has penetrated much. So that is why we are opening our first store in Bengaluru as well. So I mean, it makes sense when you open a store at a pin code that already has a consumer base. So this is in Niladri Road. I think in a month's time this is going to be open. There are a lot of other big brands, big EBOs, MBOs as well on the same street. So we are really excited to open this first store in front of the big established stores, and then test the waters. So the target customer base, as I told you, I hope I gave enough explanation. So fashionistas, brand conscious people, travelers, new buyers, anyone you can say, anybody. I mean, people, all these people, they have shopped me online. They have got me products through online. They already know the brand. So it's not about, I mean, for new buyers, it's easy for any new buyer to come and buy my product. It's easy for a new buyer to just go and search this brand, Dillinger or Difference of Opinion online, and then just go straight to another website and then look for the ratings and reviews. Any new buyer would buy this brand because there are already several existing buyers who have given me phenomenal ratings. So even when travelers or brand conscious people, anyone for that matter, we have created everything that is necessary. So the expansion category. So phase 1, this is what we are looking at: Chennai, Coimbatore, Mysore, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore. So with Bangalore, our first store that's also coming up, as I told you. So phase 2 will be to concentrate more on the south zone, and then and also to focus on the metros. It's because there are a lot, I mean, when we attended the Franchisee India Delhi Fair, there were so many inquiries from in and around Delhi NCR, from Ludhiana, from Chandigarh, also from Noida, from Gurgaon. So there are a lot of potential metro and Tier 1 cities that are really looking forward to start. Although we are really focused on concentrating one particular zone, we are also looking at we are also really open to stores that are at, that can be opened at metros and Tier 1. So phase 3 will be the next phase. It will be to the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. But here, where the demand is already there, metro and Tier 1, we really want to start our stores immediately there. So consumer market. So the consumer market is majorly concentrated in streets where commercial streets, especially, that's where consumption really happens. So that is one place that we would want to prioritize first. Wherever there are good shopping that's being done, wherever shopping is being happening already at the phase, we would definitely want to explore those places. Yes, tourism is also tourism. I mean, places where tourism is the major economy. Yes, there also we would want to open stores. Yes, travel and retail, and finally malls. So malls, there's no way that malls can go wrong, because all the aspiring brands that are being placed in malls, we can definitely give them a good competition. It's because we offer them better product, a better quality, a better trend. So it's the ideal partner. So any new young entrepreneur, I met a lot of young entrepreneurs, because new entrepreneurs have already seen this product. They've already purchased this product. Certain people want to open a Dillinger store because they are a Dillinger consumer. So I get that. I also try to know their feedback as a consumer, and also they surprise me with their insights, and they say how important, I mean, how good this product has been and how badly this product needs to be in their city. So new entrepreneurs, yes, they are really prefer. So partner with industry experience, of course, I met a lot of partners with industry expertise. I also happened to meet a person from Delhi NCR who has handled 25, 30 years of expertise and wants to do some cluster outlets. So there are a lot of people with experience. They see the freshness in the product. They also have an experience, and partners with industry experience are definitely welcome. So other businessmen or partners with connections, yes, partners having local market network and able to develop the brand, they are also welcome. I happened to meet a trio in Bangalore. Three people they approached, and then they wanted to do a multi-unit franchise because they are already into business. They already know this business, and then they seem to sort of clearly understand the potential of Dillinger and its brands. So definitely all these three kinds would definitely be welcoming for opening a store of for Dillinger and its brand. So this is the support that will be done. See, support in the sense from the setup to location to training, everything will be taken care. So the design, the blueprint of the design, the outlet, how it should look, everything will be predefined. It'll be of the same standard. So this will give you a good standardization of all the stores. This pilot store that we are launching, that's the first store that we want to open, not just open, but also to set a standard look and feel, so that this can be used as the blueprint for other stores as well. So location, yes, it will be shortlisted. The feasibility of the location will be checked by the brand. So we have been receiving so many calls already stating this is the location, that we want to open, and this is where. And then we do basic fact checks based on basic hygiene checks, I would say, on the location, on how other brands that are there. So there's a lot of discussion that will happen before we go into confining it to a particular location. So training, yes, of course, all the training will be provided. We would want to not just hire someone who's going to sit there and look after the operations, but we're going to train someone and make them a stylist. We are going to ask them to understand the consumer first, the kind of product that they would want to wear, because we already have segregated customers based on their DNA, based on their preference into 5 brands. So when a person comes inside, I'm very much sure that we can definitely cater any particular style from any particular brand to that particular customer, because he will definitely fit into any of the DNA of all the five brands. So this we want to educate educate to the consumer through our trainees, through our stylists. So definitely there will be a great training that will be provided. So it's not just I would definitely love the job of trying to understand the consumer's taste and then cater to the consumer's taste, because we do have products for every consumer, for the taste of every consumer. So setup and training will definitely be taken care of. Product, yes. Supply chain, we need not worry about the supply chain because we are manufacturers. We are already having a stock that is on our warehouse that sells every day. We sell a lot of products every day. So it's around. It's not about placing an inventory at one time and trying to see how much sells, and then giving it a shelf life of 60 days, 90 days, and then remove it up. That's not the sort of thing that we are going to work with. The products, with the kind of freshness that we have, we are going to place the product and check for the freshness for 15 or 20 days, and then we start rotating new products every week or so. So there is no need for the franchisee to worry about or to think more about the kind of freshness and the kind of shelf life that the product would have, because it's going to have a very short shelf life, considering the kind of sales that's happening already and considering the kind of new styles that are coming each and every month, probably each and every week. So technology, yes, technology is something that will be it's a basic necessity for any offline store. So the system for ERP, inventory management, everything will be taken care of. So marketing activity, as I told you already, that will definitely be carried out through different channels, through social media. A launch bus would be done with influencers. For example, influencers who are specifically located in your location and in the particular location that we are going to open. But on top of it, there is an word of mouth marketing that has already been done to all the brands. So people already know these brands. So the marketing has already been done through the D2C channel organically. So that's the kind of that marketing. I vouch upon that marketing because that's the most organic marketing that any brand could get. The word of mouth marketing. So I already believe there's a huge marketing that has already been done to the brand through D2C, and that marketing that leverage will definitely carry to the store that we are going to open. So business development, promotional schemes, yes, offers will be there. There will be a lot of sales strategy guidance as well. So these are definitely being done. Roles and responsibilities, yeah, what we would want to expect, what we would want to give back is what is here. So as a brand, we would help you with everything on your operation, everything on your business development, everything technical that you would need. So anything that any product assistance, any sort of feedback, so anything that need to be implemented on the feedback, anything that is going to help you day in day out, that will be taken care. So run the franchisee, whatever operations we want from the franchisee is to handle day-to-day operations. So on the local marketing, as you know, I mean, the franchisees will definitely know the area much more better than us. So all those sort of local marketing and everything, technically, the 2-week training, the record sales, the inventory that to be maintained this server. So this is something that's going to go hand in hand. Both of us have equal responsibilities. Both of us have technical responsibilities. Both of us have business development responsibilities. So this will be taken care hand in hand. So that is about Dillinger and its brand. So I think I have covered most of things. Sorry, it was an impromptu meet. I had to travel continuously here and there for the store opening and everything. But yes, I'm very much optimistic about the steps that we are taking to go offline. It's being I can see it everywhere. And this confidence will only enhance and only grow multifold when we open our first pilot store at Bengaluru in a month's time. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thank you for giving us a detailed presentation on the brand. Now I would request Samarth to give us a quick look on the financials. Samarth, over to you.
Yes. So as we covered, just a quick recap for everybody who has been listening. So it's a franchise-owned, franchise-operated model where we'll be running the store from your side with the support of the brand. The products and everything, as we know, it's a very good opportunity having multiple brands in one store, which is available. That gives us flexibility of targeting a much larger audience. Which is there who are very important, where they want to express themselves, not be in different ways. Some want to express themselves more, some want to be more subtle about it. So different trends, different options, different requirements, which are catered to, be it for the men and the women, at one single position. So the whole setup, when we talk about the store, is about at least 400 square feet of a space that you require. The total investment is about 11 lakh rupees plus the inventory. So about out of the 11 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees plus GST would become your franchise fee, where we reinvest it into the business to help you get the right training, right products, right marketing, and other activities, so that when you start off the store, you already have a buzz created in the market, which is very important when we start off the store. And then the whole fit out, the setup, interior and exterior, where we are also having the right furniture, right equipments to display the products. All of that would cost about 7 odd lakh rupees, depending on the location as well, plus minus 1 or 2 lakh rupees. So 7 lakh goes into your fit out, 3 lakh rupees the GST goes into your brand fee, and then you have your IT, POS systems, and other billing softwares that we require. So this is the breakup. So 7, 3.5, and then 5, 50,000 over here. 11 is your capital investment that you require. 8 lakh rupees is the inventory cost, which is there. So 8 lakh rupees worth of as a cost for you as an inventory that you have to give. So overall, about 18 to 20 lakh rupees of investment, including the inventory that you would have to have. The margins are very healthy, depending on the products and the type as well, because we'll be introducing new high-end inventory as well with the price points. Though what we're looking at is targeting a much larger audience with an average price point of about 400 to 800 as an average bill. But we'll also have products which are more about a 2000 range also coming in, which will give you much better flexibility, and the margins would also vary accordingly. So anywhere, so at the maximum, what you can get is about a 40% of a gross margin that you'll be able to get. Some products might have a lower percentage, some might have higher, but on an average, about 40% that we can look into as a margin percentage for us. So on an investment about 11, anywhere as a cumulative return that we can expect, a payback is within 1.5 months at the latest. And the earliest is about 13, 14 months that you can get on the investment, because overall the capital investment is the main investment that is there. Inventory would always be there with you. So on a 11 lakh rupees, you can get your money back within about 13 on months, and with inventory within 1.5 years to 20 months that we can look into. 11 lakh rupees would also have your average billing value. So as I said, most of the products are very competitive price and are affordable for a larger audience. So on an average bill, average product would be more about 400, 500, and as an order value for you. So 450, 500 is something that you can reasonably expect per item, which is there. People tend to buy more in these stores. So at the end of the day, your average bill value would also increase because they buy multiple products at the same time, which will give you bill value of about maybe 1,000 odd. But on an average, 450 is the minimum that you can expect, which will gradually also increase. That giving you average sales of about 5 odd lakh rupees, anywhere from 5 to 7 lakh rupees, depending on the business that we are into, and the location also that we're into. So basically, location becomes very critical for us, what location we are at. So that is where the brand also helps you out with helping out with the right setup, right inventory, right location to help drive the sales. So on an average, 5-year average, anywhere from 6 to 8 lakh rupees on an average per month that you can easily get. and which will give you a overall cumulative EBITDA of about 70% that you can get overall. So cumulatively, about 11 lakh rupees that you've invested and with 8 lakh rupees of inventory, at the end of 5 years, you can earn up to 75 lakh rupees extra on the 11 lakh rupees investment. So it's a very healthy return that we see with a very good margin structure. And overall, as an expense as well that we already discussed, majority goes into your rentals. Rentals is one of the main expenses that you see, plus then your staff, which is there. This is your operating expenditure, which is your electricity, telephone, bank charges, and others miscellaneous expense on a lower side. Whereas your staff, your rentals are the main expense that you'll see. Cost of materials would always be there because we are looking at maximum 40% of the margin on the products. Rest is something that you get as a profit on the overall sale, which I have just defined as about 70% on an average EBITDA margin that you can see in a 5-year average. I'll hand it over to Sandeep. Sandeep, you can pick up the questions. I guess people are posting questions there. And we'll also encourage other people to put their questions in the Q&A box, if you can put that, and we'll be happy to take up those questions in the chat. Over to you, Sandeep.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for taking us through the financials. Shamnaji, I request you to stop sharing your screen. We'll now take up the question and answers. The first question which I received was about the pricing, that compared to some in-house brands of some Reliance Trends or Max, what about your pricing? Where do you stand on the pricing of your products?
So the pricing, as we are, I mean, the pricing is somewhere close to the pricing of the brands that you have mentioned right now. It is not overpriced or it's not underpriced. It's priced for the product quality and the product finish. I would say the average selling price of our products when it comes to t-shirts predominantly will be around 400 to 500, 450 to 500 rupees. That's how that's the pricing. So this is a very competitive pricing that would be matched along with the other brands as well. So yes, that's the sort of pricing that we would be placing. And when it comes to other products such as track pants or chino pants or a denim jean, the pricing would be similar to the pricing of the brands that you said right now, but it would also justify more on the product finish and quality.
So the next question I have received is, since you do not have a physical outlet and it is about to open by the June end, can you please give us an insight about what is your online, selling right now? What is your revenue from online business? Also, whenever somebody would take a new franchisee from you, so the orders from that particular city would be delivered from his outlet, or it would be directly delivered by you?
Yeah, so revenue we do. I mean, I just I just thought that this revenue that we do right now, this is specifically through online that they're asking, right? Yeah, so we do close to around 70-80 CR per year. That's the revenue that we do, and the amount of orders that we ship are around 7,000 to 8,000 orders per day. So when you subtract all the returns and the B2B invoicing that we do, you can do the math on your own. So this is the kind of revenue that we are doing right now. So regarding supply to locations from the store, I mean e-commerce orders placed, that is something that we will not want to initially enable, because we want the consumer to shop whoever has the footfall. We want to give preference to the one who's coming and shopping from to the store. So enabling the store as another warehouse may not be enabled immediately. It might take some time, but then we want to prefer selling products from the store to the people who walk in. So we would say we want the preference for the walk-in customer, not for the online customer.
Okay. So the next question which I received was from another investor that what about the training support which you're going to give, which you have already answered in your presentation, that you're going to give a 2-week on-site training support in which your team can train them, the new franchisee, very properly, so that they understand how to get take care of the different facets of the stores while they open that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I see. Yeah.
Also, there's another query coming that, what about the central marketing support and how you're going to take care of it all throughout the year?
So the marketing support, as I told you, initially when the brand is being launched, definitely the kind of marketing that anybody would do, the social media marketing, marketing through uh, 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 some marketing activity on the streets, everything, anything that can be done will definitely be done from the brand side. Regarding the marketing over throughout the year, we can specifically target certain places in social media, and then we can give a heads up or a news regarding the new styles launch, confined to a specific locality through social media throughout the year. So there is a collection that's going to come. There's a new fit or a new product that's going to come, and that is being placed across all the stores. What we can do is we can target consumers location wise, and then do some social media activities consistently about the new product launch, precisely to the location where the stores are located. For example, if a store is located at Mathura, we can target consumers residing at Mathura, and then we can do some promotional videos targeting the particular location. The promotional videos that are going to the products that are going to come, the new trends that are going to come. So all these will be surely communicated through target marketing on social media. So this can be done throughout the year whenever necessary. It's not that it can be done one time; it can be done throughout the year.
So we have another query coming from another investor called Pratyusha. She is asking that, for new entrepreneurs who generally do not have any idea about the locations, to open an outlet. So will there be any support from about the locations in your city or on some other cities from your side?
So definitely, the thing is, firstly, for new entrepreneurs, I understand selecting a right business model, selecting the right location could be a big challenge. What we can do is we can do some on-ground research first, a location that is already strategically placed between other partners. I mean, other brands. We can first choose places where business is already happening. For example, the pilot store that we are opening, the location is strategically placed opposite to Zudio, Westside, and Max. So there is already happening sales that's happening there. So any location that where there is already a sale happening, there's already a purchase that's happening, we will confine, we will shortlist those sort of places, and then we will look into other parameters. So this is something that we can definitely work closely together. We can travel 2-3 kilometers of the radius and then around. We can see how many colleges are there. We can see how many walk-ins are happening. I mean, how many trespasses are going here. So a lot of support can be given from the brand side when coming to confining a particular location. So you need not worry about finalizing a location.
Yes, so it's very rightfully mentioned by Mr. Sham. So the feasibility analysis of the location with the physical audit of the periphery. So we're not only looking at the immediate, as he mentioned, so we're not only looking at the immediate stores and the partners or the brands available in your location and the property which is there, but what we'll also be helping out is conducting the right 3 kilometers or up to 5 kilometers of a radius of analysis, because that also helps you bring that kind of captive audience. Because what is the right location, the experience that is there is not only having the immediate brands or immediate locations over there as a market, but also people who would be actually coming to you and traveling to come and buy your product. So that kind of study would be provided to all the partners, not only the new partners, but also the experienced partner. Yes, it becomes very crucial to work together in all the aspects, be it the operational side, the marketing side, or the feasibility side of things. But the brand comes with the experience, with the right strategy as to how to identify. So this becomes very crucial for you. So most of the people and most of the brands are very restricted towards the immediate locality. But what we are also seeing is as a long-term sustainability for you to have a right captive audience into a multiple kilometer of a radius to tell you that yes, there is a potential of people coming there regularly and buying your products because of the presence of maybe the universities nearby, campuses that are in a good demographic cluster when it comes to a residential cluster as well. All these factors becomes crucial, and this is where the brand will support each and every partner with the location.
So we have last query from another investor that will you be working with the franchisee partners from different cities to get the designs right for the respective cities? So there may be preferences from different cities about the design, right? So a design which is probably good for Delhi may not work in say Chennai. So what is your input on that?
Yes, see, definitely the same preference varies for different places based on geography. We can definitely take feedbacks and inputs from that particular location, what sells in that particular streets, and we can definitely incorporate. It's because we also have a data from our online sales based on different geography. For example, there are a few thousand orders that we ship today. It's being shipped not just to one location, it's being shipped throughout India. And then we can study that model from R&D. We do this actually. We do this R&D. We study that model, and then we make sure that we get to know that, okay, these places, these colors sell, these places, these fits sell, these places, these sizes sell more. So this research, we have a big data of this, whatever query that you are asked, we have a big data to analyze upon. So with this, we can definitely get a good sample size of what could probably sell at your pin code well in prior. This is definitely that is going to go hand in hand, and then the feedbacks from the store owners will also help us to refine products based on their particular geographical preference. So yes, this can be definitely done, and we are doing this already on online as well. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Sandeep, you're on mute.
Thank you for sharing the detailed information on the brand and the financials by Mr. Shyamnath and Mr. Samar. We have got to know about intrinsic details about this brand, which can have presence pan India. Thank you all. Thank you to our panelists. Thank you to our team. Thank you, Mr. Shyamnath, for giving us this information. Tomorrow we'll again come back with another brand, and that is also from apparel industry.